My name's Theo Ramirez, and if there's one thing I've learned from 29 years of fumbling through life like a blindfolded tightrope walker, it's that good intentions are the universe's favorite punchline. Take my date with Sofia Alvarez, for instance, the woman who'd somehow swiped right on my profile despite my bio reading like a grocery list of red flags. Aspiring chef, amateur philosopher, professional overthinker. Bonus, can quote every line from The Godfather. We matched on a rainy Thursday in October 2025, bonded over our mutual love for hole-in-the-wall taquerias in 90s rom-coms, and by Sunday, I'd convinced myself this was it, the one. Cue the violins, or at least a decent Spotify playlist. I'd planned the perfect at-home date, an intimate Italian feast in my cramped Brooklyn walk-up, complete with homemade marinara simmering on the stove, a bottle of Chianti I'd splurged on from that overpriced wine shop in Williamsburg, and ambient lighting from thrift store string lights that flickered like they were auditioning for a horror flick. Why Italian? Sofia had mentioned in passing that her abuela's spaghetti was the stuff of legends, and I, in a fit of hubris, figured recreating a scaled-down version would score me major points. I'd spent the afternoon in a flour-dusted frenzy, chopping garlic like a ninja, rolling meatballs with the precision of a surgeon, and practicing my casual apron pose in the mirror. "Theo, you're a catch," I muttered to my reflection, ignoring the garlic breath that could wilt basil. She arrived at 7 p.m. sharp, a whirlwind of effortless charm, dark curls tumbling over an emerald green sweater that made her hazel eyes pop, carrying a bakery box of what turned out to be fresh cannoli from her family's shop in Queens. "For dessert," she said, with a grin that hit me like espresso straight to the vein. "But only if you promise not to judge my sweet tooth." I ushered her in, heart hammering, and poured the wine while the sauce bubbled away on the stove, a rich tomatoey elixir infused with herbs I'd foraged from the community garden. Okay, mostly oregano from the corner bodega, but who's counting? We settled on the couch with plates of antipasti, prosciutto-wrapped dates and olives I'd pitted myself, and the conversation flowed smoother than the Chianti. Sofia was a graphic novelist, the kind who illustrated gritty tales of immigrant grit and magical realism, and she regaled me with stories of her latest project, a comic about a ghost who haunts a soccer stadium, dooming underdog teams to eternal losses. "It's basically my family's World Cup curse," she laughed, her foot brushing mine, accidentally on purpose. I countered with my own tales from the ad agency grind, pitching slogans for toothpaste that fights bad breath like a boss. And for the first time in forever, I wasn't performing. I was just Theo. Vulnerable, garlic-scented Theo. "Smells amazing in here," she said, inhaling deeply as the kitchen timer dinged. "Your abuela's recipe?" "Adapted," I admitted, standing to check the pot, "with a dash of Theo magic." I stirred the marinara, which looked suspiciously chunky, more like a tomato-based poltergeist than a silky sauce. No biggie, a quick blend would fix it. But as I reached for the immersion blender, disaster decided to RSVP uninvited. The cord snagged on the edge of the counter, yanking the pot forward. Sauce erupted like Vesuvius in a pasta pot, a crimson gyre splattering the walls, my shirt, and, oh God, Sofia's sweater. She yelped, more startled than hurt, but I froze, blender whirring uselessly in my hand like a chainsaw in a cartoon. "Theo, it's fine," she insisted, dabbing at the stain with a napkin. But the universe wasn't done. The smoke from the overheating burner, I'd forgotten to turn it down, triggered the ancient alarm in the hall, a deafening wee-yow, wee-yow that sounded like a banshee with a sinus infection. Lights flickered, and suddenly my apartment was auditioning for Extreme Makeover Disaster Edition. I lunged for the stove, but in my panic, I knocked over the Chianti bottle. Red wine cascaded across the floor, mingling with the sauce in an unholy river of regret. "Abort! Abort!" I yelped, slipping in the mess and landing butt first in the puddle, my jeans now an abstract art piece titled Chef's Humiliation No. 3. Sofia, bless her, sprang into action like a rom-com heroine with a side of MacGyver. She yanked the dish towel from the oven handle, pro tip, never use those as oven mitts, and smothered the burner, silencing the flames before they could claim the throw pillows. But the alarm? Relentless. Neighbors pounded on the walls. "Shut that crap off!" from Mrs. Kowalski downstairs. And then, horror of horrors, sirens wailed in the distance. Fire trucks for my marinara mishap? I scrambled up, sauce dripping from my hair like edible war paint, and fumbled for the reset button on the alarm. No dice. "This is not happening," I groaned, as Sofia stifled a giggle that threatened to erupt into full-blown hysterics. By the time the fire trucks arrived, two burly guys in full gear, axes at the ready, the apartment reeked of charred tomatoes and false alarm. They swept in like SWAT for spaghetti, flashlights sweeping the corners while I babbled apologies from the doorway, a human Jackson Pollock in an apron. "Just a little cooking enthusiasm," I mumbled as Sofia hovered behind me, trying valiantly to suppress her laughter. One firefighter, a guy named Marco with a mustache that screamed "Nana approved," sniffed the air and chuckled. "Smells like my uncle's famous disastro di Tomodoro. You okay, folks?" We nodded, mortified, as they aired out the place and declared it a near miss but no inferno. As they tromped out, leaving behind a business card for free smoke detector installs, Sofia finally cracked. She doubled over, tears streaming, not from the chaos, but from the absurdity. "Theo, your face! You looked like you were auditioning for The Sopranos, the bloopers reel." I buried my face in my hands, the weight of the fiasco crashing down. The ruined dinner, the wine-soaked rug, the fire truck fanfare. This wasn't a date. It was a bloopers reel directed by Murphy's Law. "I'm so sorry," I said, voice muffled. "This was supposed to be romantic, not this. You deserve better than a soft-soaked clown." She straightened, wiping her eyes, and stepped closer. The cannoli box miraculously unscathed on the counter. "Hey, stop." Her hand on my arm was steady, warm. "You know what? This is romantic, real romantic. Not some scripted, candlelit perfection. That's Instagram bait. This is life. Messy, spicy, unforgettable." She glanced at the carnage, then back at me, her hazel eyes twinkling. "Besides, I've got a confession. I'm allergic to shellfish. If you'd gone with that shrimp scampi idea from your texts, I'd have been the one swelling up like a balloon animal." I blinked, a laugh bubbling up despite the wreckage. "Wait, you knew about the scampi plan?" She shrugged, sheepish, saw the grocery app notification pop up during our chat, figured marinara was safer. We both dissolved into giggles again, the tension evaporating like steam from the stove. Salvaging what we could, cold meatballs on crackers, the cannoli as mains, we migrated to the fire escape for al fresco dining under the Brooklyn stars. The city hummed below, oblivious to my near arson, and we talked for hours. Her abuela's real spaghetti secrets, apparently mine needed more fennel, my secret dream of opening a food truck called Fiasco Feasts, the way vulnerability tastes better than any five-star meal. As the night deepened, Sofia leaned in, her lips brushing mine, sweet with ricotta and the tang of possibility. "Second date? Your place. But we order pizza." "Deal," I murmured, pulling her closer. It wasn't fireworks, it was better. A slow burn, resilient and real. But here's the twist that still leaves me chuckling over morning coffee. 2 weeks later, as we lounged in that same sauce-stained kitchen, now scrubbed to semi-perfection, Sofia's phone buzzed with a video call from her sister. "Theo, meet Mia, graphic novelist extraordinaire." Mia's face filled the screen, wide-eyed and grinning. "Wait, you're the guy from the fire truck story? The one Sofia wouldn't shut up about?" I frowned, glancing at Sofia. "Fire truck story?" She bit her lip, feigning innocence. So, funny thing, that comic I'm working on, The Ghost Haunting the Stadium, inspired by a real family curse. But the latest issue, it's loosely based on a certain marinara meltdown, with illustrations. You're the hero, bro, the bumbling chef who saves the day with cannoli and charm. My jaw dropped. You turned our fiasco into art and sold it to that indie press? Pre-sold actually, went viral on TikTok last night. #PastaFiasco has 500,000 views. Mia waved a printed cover, a cartoon me mid-slip in a red puddle, apron aflame, with Sofia as the laughing muse. "You're famous, bro. Fans are demanding the sequel." Famous? From my greatest humiliation? I stared at Sofia, who shrugged with that crooked grin. "What can I say? You make disasters look good. Besides, every great story needs a little chaos." In the end, the real catastrophe wasn't the sauce or the sirens. It was how she'd seen through the mess to the man underneath, turning my flop into our origin myth. Now, with issue 2 in the works, spoiler, it ends with a food truck wedding, I raise a glass of Chianti, uncorked, unstained, to the fiascos that flavor the feast. Who knew birding dinner could cook up forever?